And we'll have your back to school forecast. Temperatures getting a little cooler for all the kiddos, so that's the good news. We'll explain.
18th, the first day of school for LA Unified School District. I'm Sharon Tay.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Rick Garcia. Stephanie Simmons and Evelyn Taft are also here with your morning traffic and weather together.
Good morning, you guys. 6 o'clock on the dot this morning, and it's 66 degrees. And I will tell you, temperatures getting cooler over the next few days. So let's get right to it. And as we do in the 60s and 70s to start off your morning. So again, just a light jacket. I just brought a cotton jacket. That was perfect. And by the afternoon, layers. Maybe just a t-shirt, just a light cotton something. So really, it's still warm. It's just not as hot as where we've been. 70s this morning. By the afternoon, we are in the 80s for the base. And a look at your full forecast coming up right now, 6:01. Let's check those roads. And we'll have your back to school forecast, a little bit of a cool down on our hands. Grab a light jacket, but warm by the afternoon. We'll have all the details when we come back. Yeah, I did the whole Greek system thing. But Delta Gamma.
Delta Gamma. Okay. Wait a minute. I mean, we didn't see the whole video, so
I don't know if it objectifies, but it is a little. It's easy to really poke fun at that.
Yeah.
That's like.
Yeah.
That's a
Rick, anything? Anything, Rick?
I saw bouncy
Rick's
parts.
Like, yeah.
I might have said that at some point, but it is. I mean, it's hot inland, so we're not totally done with the heat. We're still looking at 90s and triple digits, but overall, it's a cooler forecast, and we're looking at the return of the onshore flow in that marine layer. You'll see that right here off our Mount Wilson camera, and that's going to keep temperatures a little cooler over the next couple of days. So as we start off our morning, a lot of you going back to school today for LAUSD. I will tell you, it's mild this morning, so maybe a light jacket, cotton jacket, nothing too heavy. By the afternoon, not necessary. So it is about the layers today, but by the afternoon, a little cooler overall. But by cooler, we're still in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And yes, if you happen to be inland, 90s, and we could still see some triple digits. So we're not totally in the clear yet in the way of the heat. Temperatures right now in the 60s and 70s as you get out the door, 68 in downtown, 68 in Riverside. So mild. And by the afternoon, we're looking at some cooling through the basin. We were in the upper 80s yesterday. We are in the low 80s today, 82 degrees. That's going to be the forecast high for downtown. As we check in right here with the IE, we're getting ahead of ourselves, 90s in the IE, 91 in Riverside, 90 Lake Elsinore. So we're out of the triple digits in the Inland Empire. As we head to Orange County, though, 70s and 80s, so even a little cooler for us as we head through the basin, 80s for the most part. Most of our inland valleys in the 90s today, the beaches in the 70s. As we head to the high desert, we're looking at temperatures in the triple digits. So as we get a look at your 7-day microclimate forecast right here, you will see temperatures continuing to get a little cooler through your Thursday, even your Friday, a touch warmer by Saturday. You probably won't notice a big difference, but you might start noticing a difference by Sunday. And we'll have your back to school forecast coming up. At 80s in the basin, 90s through our inland valleys. Still hot for the high desert. Palmdale at 100, Riverside 91. But as we head to the San Gabriel Valley, San Gabriel itself, you're at 88 degrees. We're at 90 for Studio City, Fullerton 85, Long Beach 81. A look at your full forecast ahead right now. We'll send it back to you, Rick. And we're getting a look outside right now at LAX. It is a foggy start to the morning, a little cooler this back to school Tuesday. We're going to have your full forecast when we come back.
And gas prices are,
but we'll get there, okay? Cooling trend continuing as we head back to school today, so that's good news. Some schools don't have AC today, so this is much needed news. But I will tell you by the afternoon, it's still going to be hot inland, so that's something to keep in mind. We'll get to those numbers in a second. Temperatures right now in the 60s, 66 Pasadena, 68 in Anaheim, 69 as we head to Long Beach, 82 degrees by the afternoon hours, and we are expecting cooling in the basin, cooling across the board, but still looking at 90s nonetheless in the IE, 70s and 80s in Orange County as we head to downtown getting up to 82 degrees, San Fernando 90, so still warm inland, but as we start off the morning, remember a little milder for us, 60s turning to 70s, 80s and 90s today, getting slightly cooler tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. We are getting a look at your weather headlines. Indeed, a cool down is on the way, and we're in it already. We did see that marine layer deepen this morning. We are looking at some nice clearing through our valleys, and as we head through the next couple of days, the marine layer will continue to be there in the morning hours. The cooling trend continuing through the end of the week, but still looking at pretty hot numbers in our inland spots. As we get a look at temperatures right now, you're going to see 70s and 80s. You'll see Van Nuys 77, Fullerton 78, and today's highs topping out in the 80s and 90s. Still a few triple-digit number sneaking in there. Palmdale at 100, but we should be out of the triple digits soon. We'll have your full forecast coming up. Sharon.
All right, weed whacker was near my face.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe the guy had the nerve to actually get that close.
Yeah.
You know, that's
With
I'm
a
more
weed whacker even. I mean,
right?
Wow.
A terrible idea. He's pretty lucky that
Yeah.
tiger
I
could
Yeah.
agree.
yeah, that would have been it.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's a
Beautiful
gorgeous creature, yeah.
It
You
really
just don't
is.
want to get that close, or, you know, you want to be behind glass or at a safe distance.
Yeah.
So you never know, but beautiful creatures for sure. All right, guys. Well, a little cooler today. We're earlier this morning. So that marine layer will continue to stay intact over the next few days. So that's going to keep us a little cooler. We're also going to continue to see the cooling trend over the next few days as a result. It's still pretty hot through our inland spots, so I don't want to say it's cool yet, but it will continue to get cooler even inland by the end of the week. Temperatures right now in the 70s and the 80s. You'll see right here 75 as we head to downtown, 76 for Anaheim, and we are expecting more cooling again through the next few days. Even today, you'll notice the difference in downtown. We were in the upper 80s yesterday. We're in the low 80s today. So a good 5 degrees cooler today. 90 in Menifee, 91 Riverside, 90 in Lake Elsinore. As we head to Orange County, we're looking at 70s and 80s, a little further inland. So we are out of the 90s, and we're out of the triple digits for the Santa Clarita Valley, also for the San Fernando Valley, where we were just looking at triple digits the other day. 91 Santa Clarita, 90 apiece for Northridge and San Fernando. Pasadena flirting with the 90s at 89 degrees. So as we get a look at your 7-day microclimate forecast, right, eventually turning to 70s, and for the IE, 90s back down to the 80s. But yes, we're pumping numbers back up to the upper 90s, flirting with the triple digits and getting back to the triple digits for the high desert by next week. For today and tomorrow, still quite hot. In fact, most of the week hot for the high desert, but we are getting out of the triple digits. We're expecting 90s, and then we're back at it again by Monday.